Hey, what's up everybody? Stuart Macadam here, and in today's video, we're super excited to show you how we set up and ran a client campaign for an electrician. Now, this is an industry where there is a lot of demand for advertising.
Oh, very clever, very clever.
Because the industry is so competitive, particularly with recent events. We're going to show you not only how we set up the campaign, but our thinking behind it as well. So it's full raw access to the entire campaign setup and structure, and also our reasoning behind it. Just before we get started though, don't forget to smash that like button down below and hit that subscribe button and bell icon to receive all the video notifications from this channel. And with that said, let's get into it. Here we are in the Facebook Ads Manager for Top Sparks Electrical, an Auckland-based electrical company that does residential and commercial work. Really want to say a massive thank you to them for allowing us to run their ads. You can see here that we have got two campaigns that have been running in the last couple of months for Top Sparks Electrical. There's one which is a messenger-based campaign and one which is a reach campaign. Now, I want to say from the get-go, the first campaign that we set up was the messenger conversion campaign. Let's show you from top to bottom how we set it up. So we wanted to get messages from people, and we wanted to make sure that we were getting as much volume as possible and focusing primarily on that. So you can see here that we didn't set a campaign spending limit. We set the messages as the objective. We didn't use the Advantage Campaign Budget Plus because we wanted to have more complete control over how the campaign is spending the budget. Coming down into the ad set level, we have messaging apps for just Messenger, excluded WhatsApp, Instagram, just to keep it simplified and not trying to be too complicated with how the campaign is set up. Often you find that the best way to run a campaign like this is to keep it as simple as possible, particularly if you are only targeting one particular audience and have one ad set running at the time. So the Facebook page we chose was Top Sparks Electrical. We had a daily budget of $30, and you can see here that the guesstimate here for results was one messenger campaign conversation started per day. And if you wanted to get it up to two, you sort of had to go up towards the $60 one. This is a bit of a wild, inaccurate estimate, but it's reflective of the area that we are targeting, which is the Auckland region, and the people we want to get specifically, which is homeowners. We'll come to that in just a little bit though. So the start date for it was the 17th of August, and today it is the 20th of September. So this campaign's been running for a little over 1 month, and as you can see here in the ads level, we have tested a couple of different things, but we'll come to that in a minute. Audience targeting. We've got the catchment area for Auckland specifically. You can see on the targeting one here, I'll just zoom this in a little bit so you can see the Auckland area, the greater Auckland area, and also the Hibiscus Coast area as well, which extends up to Warkworth and almost all the way up to Wellsford as well, which is the tip of the greater Auckland region. And as Top Sparks Electrical operates throughout the Auckland region, this is a very important targeting metric. For the age group targeting, we decided to go from the ages of 30 to 65 plus because most people who buy their first home or own a home at the moment tend to be over that age. You do get people under the age of 30 who might be quite established in a first home, but generally we find those who want to do the electrical work that we're targeting tend to be over the age of 30 and all the way up past the age of 65. Now, languages, we are targeting people who are English speakers. There are additional options which we had available, and we decided with the inventory filter to go for a full inventory rather than just the standard inventory, mainly because there may be some people who are looking at content which Facebook may deem inappropriate, and we want to hit people with those specific ads. We are optimizing for conversations. We didn't set a bid control on the campaign specifically. mainly because we didn't want the targeting, the potential reach to be limited, and we didn't want it to further reduce the potential messenger conversations started. There are the options here for impression and standard, although for being charge and delivery, but we had no control over that. So if we exit out of it here and come into the ads level itself, you can see that there is a whole range of gobbledygoo. And the thing that we want to look at first here is how are the ads structured with the write-up. So if you want to have a look at ad 1, ad 2, and ad 3, the initial ads that we set up were ad 1, ad 2, and ad 3 get quote. After time, we introduced ad 3 contact us. And let's take you into the initial ad for get a quote. So you can see just as the page loads up in the ad, Auckland homeowners, our end of winter special is on now. We've got a carousel type ad, which we wanted to use to showcase all of the different work that can be done by the company. And these are all photos which the client themselves has provided. And if you're running Facebook campaigns for an electrical company, I'd highly recommend you get images from the client directly. And if you are the person who is in charge of running ads for particular electrical companies, you're a marketing agency, push the client hard for some of their images which they have done for projects. So here we go. Got a couple of different images that showcase the work. We have got the headline descriptions: friendly team, Auckland wide, quality lighting, top service. Simple and specific and fits into the carousel headline spacing here and is not cut off, which is fantastic. Then we come to the primary text, and we've tested this out just a little bit. Auckland homeowners, our Enter Winter Special is on now. Catch a great deal on electrical services. So we've tested things out a little bit here, and we've got a couple of different options for the ad copy variations. Our call to action button here was get quote, and then we have a specific welcome message that people see as soon as they get it. Now, initially, we used the one for kitchen and bathroom lighting, home renovation lighting, switchboard upgrades, new build lighting, and electrical rewiring. We found, though, after a period of time, that it wasn't quite meeting the demands and that the quality of lead was not as effective. So we moved towards something that we believed was a bit more streamlined. And that takes us to the revised ad right here, which has been one of the most successful ads. It is a single image ad, and you can see here that Auckland homeowners end-to-end special is on now. Catch a great deal on electrical services. We have got 5 services that are on offer here, and it's mainly talking about services that are likely to convert into sales and are valuable enough that even if the cost per lead increases quite a bit, it's still more than enough to cover any cost of advertising and also leave a bit of money in the margin at the end of the project. So let's scroll down right here and show you. We've got the edited images, and we just made sure that it was a square-based image, and we just cropped it accordingly. We've got the headline options here: get a fast quote, same day quotes available, get a free electrical quote, electrical work for Auckland homes. All stuff that is important to people and stuff that they can read. And we wanted to make sure that the experience that people had was streamlined enough. So we wanted to make sure that people could read everything accordingly. So if you have a look at the headline options here, you'll be able to see how the text comes up on the different placements. So the most important one obviously is for Facebook feeds. And you can see here that it's just as easy to read the first headline and the second headline. And if we go to the third headline as well, let's just give it a bit of time for it to load up and come up. Yeah, get a free electrical quote. All of it is simple and easy to read. So it's not disruptive and you're not confusing anybody. It's straight to the point. So get quote was the most effective call to action button. And if we look at the overall results, everybody, you can see here that the best ad that we were running by far was the messaging conversations one for ad 3, get quote copy 2, followed by ad 3, which right here is same ad copy, same headlines, but it's just a slightly different image and something that is kind of a bit quirky and stands out a little bit, which is some kitchen based work that was done. And there were a couple of other images that we did test out as well. What we found though was the carousel images tended to suffer from ad fatigue quite quickly, mainly because the headline had to be short and sweet, and also the ad copy itself. People were a lot less likely to read it, so you had to communicate a lot more information in a shorter period of time with a carousel based ad. So, that's a quick look at everything, everybody. I hope you found this walkthrough quite useful and helpful. And if you are an electrician or electrical company that's looking for help with Facebook ads, feel free to get in touch with me today on stuartmacadam.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.